was could no longer sustain our numbers. We were so many. We found a new solar system, dozens of planets and hundreds of moons, each one terraformed, a process taking decades to support human life, to be new Earth. These are words from the script of the 2005 movie Serenity. They set the stage for a future where mankind has gotten off the planet. They have left Earth in order to survive. This interstellar diaspora is the necessary step to ensure the species' long-term survival. Currently, the United States space program, with goals of returning to the moon by 2020, and then reaching further out to Mars and beyond, is justifiable and meaningful. To extend human presence into the solar system is just one step toward our continued survival. I will convince you that human spaceflight is worth the money. The odds favor it, and it is too dangerous not to pursue. In 2007, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration requested $16.8 billion for science, exploration, aeronautics research, space operations, and cross-agency support. This money will fly the space shuttles, the International Space Station, explore the solar system and the universe beyond, develop human and robotic exploration systems, and technology. To put this into perspective, this money is 0.7% of the entire federal budget, less than 1 cent on every tax dollar collected. In 1966, at the height of the 13-year Apollo mission, NASA received about 4% of the total budget. 12 Americans landed on the moon, Earth's closest neighbor. All returned safely. As an engineering feat, this is pretty amazing. We can never erase this from the historical record. We look at the cost and the effort it took, and some ask, what was the point? Human spaceflight is a challenge that unites people and nations towards a common objective. It addresses fundamental questions about the Earth, the solar system, and the universe, and about our place in them. It expands the Earth's economic sphere with direct benefits to life on the home planet. How many developments in use today are results of the space research over the last 60 years? Cordless power tools, MRIs, CAT scans, RAIN-X, efficient thermal insulation, TANG. All thanks to the U.S. space program and its commitment to sharing research with the private sector. And who knows what new discoveries and developments lie ahead. But aren't we alone and unique in the universe? Now, I recognize that Earth is pretty special. We are the winners of a cosmic lottery of impossible events. Our star formed in a zone of livability, not too close to the center of the galaxy. And our star is the right size, so it didn't burn out too soon. Yet it allows planetary formation without blasting our little zone with intense radiation. The odds of getting an abundance of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and enough heavy elements to sustain a magnetosphere that wards off the dangerous particles traveling on the solar wind are pretty long, but not impossible. Life developed here. Naysayers scoff at the idea that we can find another planet with similar conditions to settle once we get off this rock. Well, history is littered with false truths. We thought the world was flat, but Earth is round. We thought we were the center of the universe, and then learned we orbit the sun. We're the only star system that has planets. Not so. The more we explore, the more we learn about our not-so-special planet. The odds of another like us are astronomical, but the numbers are on our side again. There are billions of star systems in our galaxy, and there are billions of galaxies. There is another Earth out there for us, and we must take the steps to get there eventually. But this money could be used to relieve hunger the world over. Yes, it could. NASA's budget could provide, in my estimate, food for every person on the planet for 1 day. And tomorrow, everyone will be hungry again. Building the Great Pyramids is a metaphor for the space program. It takes a long time, many people, and lots of money. But 4,000 years later, we have those pyramids. The Apollo program took a long time and lots of money. And in the many thousands of years of recorded history of our species, billions have looked up and wondered about the moon. 12 men have looked down and seen their footsteps in the moon's regularly. And tomorrow they will still have that achievement. Currently, the total roster of space travelers numbers only 450. And we can never take that away. Unless we erase humankind from this planet. Some believe that the impact that wiped out the dinosaurs 65 million years ago was actually the crash of an attempt to launch a crew of brontosaurs into orbit. Do you know how much energy a rocket full of brontos would pack? Therefore, the dinosaurs went extinct because they had a space program. There is no evidence to support this. There is overwhelming evidence to support our space program. The fossil record shows that every single species that has existed on our world and gone extinct was incapable of escaping this gravity well. Every single extinct species. Not one had a viable space program that was forward-looking enough to begin planning off-world colonization. We need to find another Earth to settle. We will outgrow this one too soon. NASA and the U.S. space policy will take us through these first necessary steps to get our species off-world. Our long-term existence requires it. Single-planet species don't survive. Mr. Toastmaster.